Sometimes things are just that important.
Alright.
You ready, guys?
Let's do this.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Welcome to episode 2 of the Couch of Serenno Podcast, co-hosted by yours truly, Grand Moff Chris G, also known as Chris. Paragon of Time, also known as Dark say hello.
Hello.
EthanFromManaan, also known as Bazinga say hello.
Hello there.
And Bryce, also known as Bryce say hello.
What's good? And I think you're gonna have to introduce us a lot more now. That was really good.
Alright, what do we plan on talking about this time, Bryce?
I think this time is just more of going through the questions. We got a few more, I believe, on the last video. So it's just going to be finishing those up, and
That's
then after this one, we're going to probably be going into news. I feel like this one should have been said last episode. I feel really bad about it. But what's your favorite Sith?
Yeah, that is a huge question.
Yeah, that is a huge
Alright, I'll
question.
go first, since, you know,
Okay.
he relates most with the podcast. My favorite Sith is Darth Tyrannus, also known as Count Dooku.
Ah,
He just seems like such a cool guy. Such a nice and refined guy. He never got his Sith eyes. Pretty sure he got his Sith eyes.
yeah.
That's just an already
Yeah.
immediate W.
He also has, like, my favorite lightsaber in all of Star Wars, which is probably another question, but,
Yeah,
you
that's
know.
a common W.
It's just,
yeah.
I swear, his lightsaber design is so slept on. It's so good.
It really is.
Optimal for dueling.
Count Dooku just in
Ventress
general
is
is
just
slept on.
copied them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Some really cool apprentices too.
That is true.
Yeah, I like
Alright.
how
Masters
just
as
going
well.
off into a little thing. Hold up, you ever hear that, like, Count Dooku, like, how we always thought less of people who use multiple blades in combat?
Huh.
Yeah, I like the concept of that, but then, like, both of his apprentices use multiple blades, so, like, that doesn't make any sense.
But doesn't he like?
Yeah.
Grievous, both of his Sith apprentices, and then Grievous
he
uses
didn't
four
really
lightsabers,
but he
Asajj uses two, and
Granted,
Savage uses the dual blade.
Granted, he didn't really treat them with respect, especially Asajj.
Yeah, that's
Oh
just
yeah,
true.
he cared about her though.
He did, yeah, he did care about
Yeah.
Asajj, just he was told
Kind
to
of.
cast her aside, and he's not gonna,
Well, no,
He's not gonna-
Yeah,
Like,
well, like in the Clone
he's
Wars
not gonna
arc,
argue
like,
with, yeah.
well, like in the Clone Wars arc after. Oh my God, look, it's Count Dooku, the man himself.
oh, yeah, we were
Um,
just talking about you. Oh, huh.
Yeah, in the Clone Wars arc, actually, you know, whenever Palpatine was like Palpatine, you know, told Count Dooku he needed to get rid of her.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
He was gonna ask, like saying,
he-
"Oh no, don't. Are you sure you want to do this, buddy?" Like,
No-
yeah, pretty much.
No,
that.
like he was so mad at him, he tried to take Anakin out with Ventress,
Oh,
like
yeah.
to punish.
Oh,
to punish
damn.
Palpatine for it.
He was gonna
Yeah,
blow up
yeah,
the capital ship that they were all on.
I
Yeah,
didn't realize that.
Nice little
Yeah.
touch.
yeah, that was nice.
No.
Anyone else got a favorite Sith?
I'm just gonna say right now, no, I don't. I don't.
You don't have a favorite Sith at
No.
all?
Not even like Darth Vader.
No, I mean, like like if Darth Vader, it's like, well, yes, he is considered like a Sith Lord, but like considering
He
if,
is a Sith.
If we're gonna
Yes.
if we're gonna follow if we're gonna follow the logic of being a, like, you know how he
Oh,
said
the
he's like,
Jedi?
yeah, like then like, through and through,
Yeah.
Darth Vader wasn't really in it.
No,
I guess.
That doesn't. I don't feel like that counts with the Sith because most of them already were Jedi or like.
That's
No,
true,
mhm.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, they did originate from Jedi.
But how
so-
did Darth Vader became a Sith
Yeah.
through, like, you know, his compassion, like you mentioned last episode, pretty much. That's how he fell to the dark side. But like Count Dooku. Actually, I don't know how the Count Dooku fell to the dark side. Actually, don't spoil that for me. I don't know. I'm pretty sure they go over on Jedi Lost, but
You should probably get already onto that book.
yeah.
Yeah, you really should.
It's a very good book. Yeah.
From
I don't
what
know
heard,
if you can
yeah.
be a part of the Couch of Serenno and not
Yeah.
read Dooku
Yeah.
Jedi Lost.
How can you be on the
Yeah.
couch of Serrano and not read Dooku Jedi Lost?
Yeah.
That's neat. You got me there. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's a good.
Well, that's not very hard to beat, I don't guess. I'd say my favorite Sith is Vader. Obviously, I mean, my favorite character in Star Wars is Anakin, so it's kind of hard not to say. Yeah, not to say Vader. I just love how menacing he is. The comics, like it's kind of, he's iconic. There's not really a in-depth explanation for it that I haven't already given. But
Oh, really?
he's cool.
Yeah.
Bryce, or I mean Bazinga.
So I'm gonna do like kind of two in a way, because
All right.
there's like a canon and obviously Legends one,
Yeah.
and the Legends one.
Nice going, Chris. That was beautiful. Sorry.
Yeah, again, isn't a crazy surprise to anyone, but I just got hit by a tank. Sorry. It's Darth Revan, because like it's not like he turned to the dark side out of his own desires. He was he's like literally like mind controlled into like doing the Emperor's will, and as soon as he was able to escape that, he became a Jedi. But like he also like took Malik under his wing as like his apprentice, and he tried to actually do something about the Mandalorian Wars instead of what the rest of the council were doing. But I mean, I guess what the council were doing then was better than what the council did in the prequels, because the prequels, they actually got involved in the war. But as a canon Sith, obviously it would be Vader, as there's not really much to say that hasn't been said, but I mean, he's just a really compelling character, and he's also just really cool.
Yeah. I want to add in real quick. I mean, Vader's obviously like he's such an easy answer. Like it's just it's not very. Yeah. You know what I'm trying to say. But in I have to say, like
basic
in the prequel era, though, I have to say my favorite Sith is probably Ventress. I love how she's basically, especially in the 2003 cartoon or 2000 whatever. She was basically designed to be Anakin's counterpart, like opposite of him.
Yeah.
So I think it was just really cool watching her arc. Okay, it's really hard to focus while I'm being blown up by Bosk, but seeing her arc be the completely mirror Anakin's throughout the entire thing, it was really cool.
Yeah.
And I'm really sad we didn't get to see more of her either in Dark Disciple or any of that. I mean, until the novel. Like, we didn't see the arc or anything. Yeah. Can't wait to read that. Alright. Bazinga, you got another question?
Yes, I do. What would you say, was this like for all of us, what inspired us to come together and create this podcast, and what was our ultimate goal going forward?
That's very funny. Whoever asked
I think
that.
I can get into this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it started off with me just saying a throwaway line while we were playing co-op, saying that it's kind of crazy how you could just nonchalantly play this and just talk about Star Wars. And I gave how, like, if we had a podcast, it could be a shtick of us playing co-op while doing it. That's how it started, and eventually it came to fruition.
Yeah, I wasn't here
Kinda
for that.
crazy.
I was just told this the next day. It's like, oh,
Yeah,
you
he
want
was not here for that.
You want to be part of our podcast? Like, yeah, sure. I mean, I want to do that for a while. That sounds fun.
I remember we were talking about a name for it too and everything, and we were like, it has to be, what was it? It was like, it has to be something catchy, like something unique, and I'm like, but like a play of the words. I'm like, Couch of Serenno. It's perfect.
It really is. It's such that's really good.
Where did our name Counts of Serenno come from? What game did that start?
That started with
was
me
it Modern
and you,
Warfare?
and I think it was you and I
Was it
both
Modern
playing
Warfare?
Modern Warfare. Yeah, we were trying
Yeah,
to come up
we
with
had
a
a
clan
regiment.
name. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then
That's
added
very
the
cool, yeah.
couch to added in the couch to
And it worked
relate
out
more
beautifully.
to the
And the
the
rest is
podcast.
history.
It is. Start of something beautiful.
Yeah.
What else was there to that
This
question?
boss
There
is
was more
so
to it, right?
alive.
It was
What is our ultimate goal going forward with the podcast?
ultimate goal.
Yeah.
I think it's more
And that
towards
the
just the
person
channel.
didn't even know
I
we
think
had
it's
one.
I think it's more like the channel as a whole, not just really the podcast. Because like we've been talking about, whatever content we can add on to it, and that's why feedback's really essential. I feel like as well. Like we're open to any feedback. I feel like so we can improve and do better, at what we do, and we're trying to kind of applying that here as well to this episode right now. So I guess really just mainly
guess that's-
improve, to say at least.
Yeah. I guess that's a good answer. Personally, I'd probably just say my main oh god, I'm a camo clone on Genosis. But I feel like my main goal, I would say, is probably just to talk about Star Wars. And I mean, growing is cool, but I mean, even whenever we were thinking about this, we weren't really we're not aiming for a super huge audience or anything. We were just thinking how cool it would be to have fun talking about Star Wars. And if we got a few people to watch and enjoy us, like if we got really good at ball that out of bounds. If we got really good with interacting with an audience and built a community, it was just something really cool.
Yeah, no.
I do.
Yeah.
I feel like the main thing I kind of want out of this is just to just meet and interact with new people, and it's not really it's not about views or self-esteem. I literally couldn't care less about that, even though, obviously it's been doing better than I expected, but
Oh yeah.
yeah, I just...
Oh yeah, thanks
Yeah,
for
I
that,
just
by the way,
like to-
everyone. Thanks for that, by the way. I mean, yeah, I think that's really fucking cool. I genuinely
I just...
made my day.
I just really wanna... I appreciate, every question, too. It's nice.
It is nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Look. Have another question here. If no one else has anything else to add on to that, I would say, or the question is, what is your favorite clone trooper? And-
Yeah, I'll go first.
okay.
It's pretty straightforward question for me, as I've always, even from the D Squad arc, I've always just loved Fives. He's just really
Yeah.
cool, and not only that, but he gets a whole dedicated arc, and I was when that came out, I was just, I was proper nerding out about it, and he actually plays a pretty pivotal role, not only as a clone, but as an actual just person in the Clone Wars, and that eventually leads into saving Captain Rex. So.
Yeah.
Going into mine, my favorite clone is Captain Rex. Just the leader, one of the main clones of the 501st Army. I always thought Rex was so cool.
Mhm.
Just seeing
What
him fight
about,
alongside Anakin and Ahsoka.
I've always thought
You-
that was really cool as well.
No love for Alpha 17. It's pretty cool. Yeah, no, those are two good answers, respectable answers. I'm curious, looking forward to seeing more of Rex and in the
supposed-
the
Bad
Clone Wars,
Batch.
or in Bad Batch,
Yeah.
in the Bad Batch show, yeah.
Yeah.
Or if he shows up in
Yeah, I
the
don't know
Emblem,
how
or if he shows up in
exactly credible it is, but I've heard there's gonna be 5 flashbacks in Bad Batch.
Oh,
That can work.
That'd be cool.
If it works well
wouldn't get my
narratively.
hopes up.
That needs to work really well narratively.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, even though I love him, I don't want them to just put it in there just for the sake of it. I want it to actually.
Well, in Bad
Yeah,
Batch,
mean
no, it
something.
makes sense with Echo because he was,
Yeah.
he went through the most.
Mhm.
They went through the most
Yeah.
together, yeah.
And apparently Rex
prob-
is doing it too.
Well, yeah. Yeah, they're probably gonna have a little bit of Ahsoka and Rex. I'm not sure how much, but because if it's gonna take place after season 7, then it's gonna. I'm sure it's gonna show what happened to the other clones like Wolf and Gregor. And
Yeah,
all that.
because we don't actually know how like Wolf and Gregor actually like had the inhibitor chips removed,
yeah,
so they could have like a flashback with that.
yeah, that'd be cool. My favorite clone, I would have to say, is, from the Republic Commando novels, is
Yeah.
Phi.
Yeah.
He's I just really like him. I think it's so cool what they did with him in the books, but I'm not gonna fully go into that yet because Bazinga, you should really read that book. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
spoil that for you. But
I read like a bit about him anyway, and he's
Yeah.
pretty cool from what I've seen.
But since he's not that much of a staple character, and there's not much known about him, I'd have to say my favorite character now, before it was Echo, before season 7 of the Clone Wars, but out of the Clone Wars TV show, I'd have to say my favorite is Jesse. I think it's just really cool. I mean, it's going back to like season 2 and like watching him like taking up being second in command whenever Rex gets injured on the arc where they meet the clone deserter. And
Yeah.
going like even back in Umbara, like him standing up for Rex and everything, and then it's just really cool that what he symbolized the fall of the Republic, and the fall of the clones, because they lost, they basically became robots after that.
Him being the one to turn on Rex as well was just
Yeah,
Yeah, that
really
was such a
punch in the
powerful
gut.
scene.
that really hurt.
yeah.
Yeah.
Glad I don't have to experience twice going through that, but
Yeah.
I don't know, it's debatable because I mean that's still pretty traumatizing.
For me, I guess this is where I come in. Yeah, I have to say it's Captain Rex, but I've been exposed to multiple different mediums of Captain Rex. Like I do like how he is in the Clone Wars. I think he works really well as a partner for Anakin. Like he fits really well with his style, I guess, of like fighting, commanding. It's like he fits that role very well. And same can go for like Cody and stuff like that. Which I like how they did that. But just like I'm gonna go back to my animation roots a bit. I don't know if anyone who even knows that kind of stuff plot to you, but like there's just like so many like cool like fan films and stuff like him that just like really intrigued me about his character. Like there's like this one Lego animation where he like survived Order 66. All that stuff is just like wow. I was like, it's actually like really cool stuff. Like makes me like think how that works. And of course we've seen that in like Rebels, but like it's just like it's like his character and his concept really intrigues me. Especially since he's like so close to Anakin and all that stuff. Like how he may feel with Darth Vader being Anakin and all that stuff. Like it's just like, oh my god, man, it's just just thinking about it just really excites me. I don't know.
Nice.
Yeah.
Real quick, I have to interject though. Bazinga, me and you together there. Holy crap, that was amazing. Sorry to cut you off like that, but yeah, that's a really good
I just killed
explanation.
myself sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't expecting that answer. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You asked me that
Fine,
question
yeah.
like a couple like a month ago, and then like I had time to think about it since then. And
That's
nice. All right.
I do have
Bazinga, you
another
got any more?
question.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
if we could have anyone on the podcast to interview, who would it be? And I'm just gonna assume.
Are we talking
could
like
literally be
whoever, like literally anyone?
Let's say do like realistic, and also if you could just like literally interview anyone.
If we could literally interview anyone, I feel like George Lucas.
yeah, that was gonna be.
Great.
I really have.
I
Some,
mean, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of like a
I
no-brainer.
genuinely have
Yeah.
some questions. Like I'm like really like I'm like, does he really think that Empire Strikes Back does he really need to apologize for that? Like, does he really think that? Like, how does he feel about, like, this is, like, how does he feel about how, like, the prequels are? Like, does he think there's still backlash? How does he think Star Wars is as a whole? Like, I know he probably can't say much, but, like, there's just things I just like to know.
He's probably like, you have to sign like an NDA or something.
Yeah, no, like, there's definitely some questions we can probably get answers for. But yeah, George Lucas definitely. If that'll be something I'll love. Here's also the couch.
Yeah, I'd say. I would say George Lucas, but to provide a different answer, I'd say second place Sam Witwer. He's just so cool.
Oh,
Sam
yeah,
Witwer
Sam
fan.
Witwer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, that guy
Oh,
is
man. If we could
really
get him to
cool.
do like his Maul voice or
Yeah.
anything or
Oh
some
my
stuff like
God,
that. Oh
yeah,
my
that
god.
would be
He's
sick.
such a cool guy. Oh, he's being taken, by the way. But
I'm on it.
yeah, Sam Witwer would be
Yeah.
sick.
All right. Any other questions, Bazinga?
Well, I mean, I didn't even answer that, but
Oh,
I'd probably say as a third, because I think it'd just be actually pretty interesting to interview Hayden, because
yeah.
obviously he wasn't. He got quite a bit of backlash, and some of it's undeserved, some of it, some people could say is, but I mean, I don't think any amount like that is deserved. Like, I feel that was way too much for like any actor.
Yeah, no, for
But
sure.
I just like to see what he thinks of, like, just Star Wars as a whole, and yeah, not being able to like do the voice of. Well, I don't know, even know if he's able to say that, but not being able to do the voice of Anakin in the Clone Wars and
Such a huge opportunity.
stuff like that. Yeah, that could just connect to the films and show just that much more. I feel like if there was like a realistic one we could do, it would probably be pretty much like any of the Star Wars authors. Yeah, I mean, there's not really much to say about that, but yeah, there's just, especially Claudia Gray. Like, I just love the way she writes.
Yeah, no. Yeah, she wrote
That'd be really interesting.
I showed the
Yeah, like the one Star Wars book I did read was by Claudia Gray, and it was great.
Yeah, I want to read Lost Stars as well.
No, she knows for sure.
Uh-oh. Out of authors, I'd say, I mean, I like her. If we're picking like from book authors though, that's like a whole different ball game. I'd say Karen Travis. I'd like to see what she thought. Like, I want to see what her inspirations were for the book she wrote.
I like Timothy Zahn as well.
Oh
Yeah,
That'd be great. Yeah, that'd be great.
asking more in depth of like the creation of Thrawn, stuff
Yeah,
like that.
not only that, but like the transition from like the EU to like canon, and how he had to like change Thrawn, and how he actually felt. Well, I don't know if he's actually allowed to say that, but if he is, then how he feels about that.
Yeah.
Because I mean, that was his character, and they kind of just threw that away and nerfed him. So I can't imagine he'd be actually too happy about that.
Who was it that wrote the Revan novel?
Drew Carption. I'm pretty sure he wrote the Darth Bane trilogy as well.
Yeah, he'd be cool too.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd actually. I'd have a lot of questions. A lot of questions.
I love how
I
in the
can't really
Revan
say
novel.
what, because
Yeah, I love how the Revan novel opens up though, and it opens up into a note thanking the fans for
Yeah,
caring
that's
so much
just
about the
awesome.
character. Yeah,
Shit, that was
yeah, it was really nice. Yeah.
like that, yeah. Because I mean, it is because the fans, and I mean, he is a fan as well. And that book could have never even happened if it wasn't for the fans, which I think really, I mean, that's what Star Wars is. So
Yeah. All right. Now you have any other questions, Bazinga?
if you could change one single thing about each of the three individual trilogies on the Skywalker saga that in your options to make them better, what would you change?
Write a fucking synopsis. You know which one I'm talking about.
That's a good
You,
one.
you don't know which you know which
That's
one
a
I'm
good
talking
one,
about. You know which one I'm talking about. As much as I like the films individually, it would have been so much better. It would have done them so much more, like, budget wise, and even fucking, like, they would have taken like a lot less shit if they, you know, wrote down a synopsis. I would have blamed them less if they wrote down a synopsis. Like, it's just like, even if it was a bad synopsis, it was like, oh, I mean, you can see there's effort within that, but like, it's just
But,
that.
like, it's kind of crazy, and like people relate to the original trilogy and say that, oh, that was made on the go. But I mean, that's completely different.
Like, I can. Like,
That was the beginning of Star Wars.
at the beginning of Star Wars, I mean, of course, there's like, obviously, there were some ideas that were changed, intertwined, and obviously, George had like different directors make the films and all that. So visions, you know, stuff like that can change. We don't know what happened behind the scenes, but like, you can see, like, they it's like, it's just so frustrating. It's just so frustrating, just to think about the sequel trilogy and like this could have been so much better. It really should have been so much better. Like, you just needed to write something down. Like, I can't.
I wouldn't have been mad if they just stripped it all from the year.
Like,
That's at least what the fans wanted.
Yeah, I'd say. So we're talking about for each era, right? Like
Yeah.
something we changed.
Yeah, so
from
like if you
each-
change
one movie
one
from
thing
each
about-
trilogy.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, for the sequel trilogy, there's a lot of ways you could go with this. I would say, yeah, planning it out would be a big one.
yeah.
Just planning it out. Number
Kinda
two,
helps, yeah.
well, I mean, if not, at least I wish it would have just started with something more original, like not
Yeah.
just not the same thing that we already saw. Like at least just more different. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like not
Yeah.
starting on the same planet, Rebels versus Empire. Like I wanted to see more progression, maybe some sort of blend between the Clone Wars and the and the Galactic Civil War. There's some sort of blend there.
Yeah.
If that doesn't count either, no, that does count. That
Yeah, no,
counts.
you count. You made a point.
There's too much. There's too much that I could just go on with stuff I wish I would have changed there. But the original trilogy, the only thing I would have changed, George Lucas shooting a scene of Boba crawling out of the pit. So that would be 100% canon. That's the only thing I'd change about that. Clone Wars
Damn, he took
prequels.
mine.
Yeah, prequels. I would say release the 4-hour cut. That's about it.
I honestly
Revenge
think
of the
I
Sith.
actually agree with that. Yeah, like, honestly, like that.
Yeah.
That film as a whole
To me,
is
this is
so much
intriguing.
better.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
apparently Obi-Wan was meant to fight like 12 Magna Guards at once. Like that just sounds crazy.
Wasn't like Anakin supposed to become Vader like halfway in the movie as well?
Yeah,
That's
the
crazy.
whole
That's
like,
actually
opening
Yeah.
crazy, I think.
sequence was like an hour and a half long. And, like Shakti dies on board the Invisible Hand.
5 different times, and I bet you chose them all.
Oh, so if you're talking about all the
That'd have been
trilogies,
so cool to see.
actually, no, let Bazinga finish. Here, let you do your point.
Well, what I'd change, I mean, for the prequels anyway, would be I'd have like someone to tell George no sometimes. Yes, it's pretty much perfect. I felt like no one kind of had like it in them to say, "Oh, you shouldn't do that," because I mean that's kind of much.
Like,
I don't
you
think
should-
anyone said that.
you should
They made
probably-
the OT, so then before they had, yeah, they couldn't say that.
yeah.
But I feel
Like, he
that
has
would
a
have made
lot.
them more
Yeah.
well-rounded.
Yeah.
And just even better than they are.
Mhm.
But I mean, for the OT, I mean, there's not much I'd change. I mean, there's obviously like this. I'd say some of the special edition stuff is kind of done.
Mhm. Yeah,
They
I think
didn't
that's,
really need
I
to
think
have
that's
a
the case.
con-
Yeah, with all the
yeah,
Or like
fair,
the
fair.
yeah.
on like head shift or like the random
Yeah, that
animals
was
covering shots and stuff.
R2-D2 being covered by like every single rock in that one frame.
Yeah. And with the sequels, I mean, I don't think there's just one thing, but yeah, just like Doc said, just next time just be original. Just have some creative ideas hasn't been done before, and then if you do those creative ideas, try not do it in the most extreme way. And then I think, yeah, that'd be something good.
Yeah.
What I got is for the sequel trilogy. One thing I would have really liked that if they had done this, if they made it so they didn't just completely destroy the New Republic right off the bat.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
like
that's what I
if they
meant by
made
a
it so
blend.
like it would have been different too. Just having two well-established and equipped governments fighting each other would have been genuinely interesting. Would have been like the Clone Wars, except someone isn't playing both sides.
Oh my
So
god.
it could be anyone's win. That would have been my change. For the original
Yeah, for
trilogy,
sure.
I would have just a minor change of like it not making the Empire completely evil. It's showing that like, because obviously you see the Empire originally is one side, Rebels good, Empire bad. But if they added a bit of ambiguity there, I think it could have made it a lot more interesting.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
could even
show,
see
like-
the rebels as terrorists, and I mean,
Um,
sometimes the only way to get peace is like dictatorship. I mean, I know that's kind of a wild take, but I mean, it kind of worked.
Yeah.
For the prequels, it would be to put more Django in there. That's just one
That's fair.
personal reason. I really like Django, and
Yeah.
like he gets killed off in the same movie. Even Django's, was in all three movies. I think
We
Boba
should
was in
have
all
seen
three
him kill
movies.
like Cypher Diaz. That'd have been cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Yeah, I have to say that's really annoys me. That's one of my biggest pet peeves is whenever people complain compare Cad Bane and Django together. It's like I love them both, but people are like, "Oh, Jango Fett died at the beginning of the war." It's like he died by Mace Windu. Like that doesn't
Yeah,
count.
I know.
Like,
That is honestly really unlucky. Yeah. Like,
Yeah, then he got charged by a ring like, just before that as well. So,
Yeah, he was definitely weakened. And the only
granted,
reason Mace
he
Windu
was
killed him was
being
because of
cocky,
Vape.
but still.
Yeah, he
like,
was
killed
he could've
Colin
just kept sniping
Trable, and
people.
he was like, "Oh, okay, let's go kill Mace Windu." And he paid the price for that.
Yeah. All right, Bryce.
And, for
Yeah.
Django's time, he's going
Oh.
back to there. For Django's time being a bounty hunter, he was the best. And Cad Bane
Yeah, obviously.
was still
yeah.
bounty hunting when Django was there. So it kind of shows you that
Oh.
when it
Yeah, they're
comes
like
to
friends.
bounty
Yeah,
hunters,
cool.
Django is technically the better bounty hunter when it
I
comes
want
to
that,
Star
man.
Wars.
I want that arc so bad that the canceled arc with Boba versus Django and like how it's supposed to go in or Boba versus Cad
Cad
Bane,
Bane.
how it's supposed
Yeah,
to go in.
God,
Yeah,
that
how
would've
it's
been
supposed to
so
go
sick.
into his rivalry he had. Oh my god,
We'll also show Cad
that's
Bane
such a
with,
shame.
like, actual like compassion as well, for, like innocent people, which is unique.
Yeah. Oh man,
not many
if I
bounty
could choose
hunters are like
one arc to bring back, it would have been that one.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah, no, for the
Maybe like that and Crystal Crisis.
yeah, I
Okay.
was gonna pretend
I think
know
we should
that.
let Bryce talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just kind of went on a tangent.
Yeah, no, you're good. For me personally, I can't really think of anything for prequel trilogy like that. I was like that. Yeah, the 4-hour cut would be nice. Yeah, no, it's really like, I mean, at the end of the day, it's kind of his vision. I mean, because like if it wasn't George's vision, then I would be like, well, he could have done this, but like he did what he did, and I kind of it's kind of there, it's out there, and people love it, and like it's good as is. It serves its purpose for what he's trying to do, and at the end of the day, I think that's what matters. But and for the original trilogy, personally, I find the Jabba arc to be somewhat cliche in areas, just some areas. Just maybe, give us some more context of like how the rebels are doing during this time period, and make show them how much they've improved tactically, I guess. Show them how they're winning the fight against the Empire and such. That's such a context. It gives us an idea of like how the tonage of the movie will be, sets the stage up for the characters, stuff like that. That's just like, because like with what we got, it's just kind of, I don't know. Yeah, it was just very cliche and kind of. I don't need to go over how crazy Luke's plan was, but it worked. I guess that matters, but that's really it, and it doesn't really bother me that much. But I would have just loved to seen that, just seeing like how all these characters have grown and see them like work together in some way or whatever in a tactical manner. Just that's really it.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. Well, that was a pretty good question.
Yeah, we were here for a while.
That was a very good question.
I think that should segue us into another question, though.
Oh.
That Chris and I basically already answered. If you could pick an arc to come back for the Clone Wars, like another arc, like instead of like replacing the Sisters arc or something, what would you choose? Personally, I think I would choose that it's hard between that Boba one, and it's hard between that Boba one. Oh my goodness, and the Dark Disciple arc for me.
Kill feed.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like, are we doing it by like the actual like release, like the unfinished like shorts, so like even like Son of Daphne or
Yeah, any of them that were planned.
I mean, it would be really cool to see Son of Daphne.
Son of
That
Death.
would be so cool to see. But then again, for actual like character development wise, I'd say like the Crystal Crisis like actually gets Anakin, Obi-Wan and Grievous more to like movie counterparts, and I'd say
It sucks that we didn't
rest
see
of the
more of
show.
Grievous in the new season.
it
Going on a side note.
brutal on that one.
Yeah, like they show him for like one
I
shot.
liked
See.
the Crystal Crisis. I think it's kind of overrated, just a little bit. I wouldn't pick that over any of the other ones.
Huh.
Can't say I would, but
Yeah, I really chose
Yeah,
mine.
I don't know if I
Yeah,
would
I'm
or
sticking
not.
to
But
it.
I mean, like, given like as in replacing the Sisters arc, I guess that would make sense to put that in there.
I mean, you could
I
replace
mean, if it
probably
wasn't-
the Sisters arc with anything, and it would make sense.
I
Yeah.
guess, yeah.
I guess
I mean, I think I would choose Son of Death for me, just because it's just
Yeah.
really cool.
That would be
Seeing
really cool.
like even I don't think they'd show the blood, but like Grievous had like blood all over him, and, like just seeing like Dooku, Palpatine, Grievous, and Maul duel all at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, sick.
I don't. I mean, I can't really think. I haven't watched Clone Wars in a while in its entirety, in all honesty. I'm just gonna say that right now. I can't. If anything, I would just fix that whole last season, like the first two arcs, really. But I can't think of anything else really particular. That's all I really have to bring and say regards of what I would do for arcs, honestly. Yeah. Sorry.
Alright,
It's
so
alright.
I do have another question. Well, it's kind of like a two-part, but a Star Wars character you think deserves a full Disney Plus show?
Oh,
Hmm.
Boba Fett.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can see Roberto saying and making a meme about that already. Oh man.
Ooh.
Oh yeah,
I
shout out
would
to him by the way.
Yeah,
Damn,
Roberto's
That's
awesome.
awesome.
consider
Yeah.
myself noticed.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, those memes are
those
great.
those memes are really, really
Yeah. Another disclaimer. I said I was gonna put time lapses in the last video.
Timestamps, yeah.
Timestamps, yes. I did not edit that. Bryce edited that, and he did not. want to
Hashtag
do
blame
that.
Bryce.
But
It was
you-
Bryce's fault.
It
yes.
was your word. I
Yeah,
I knew
you just
you
called
would.
him out.
I knew you would. I knew you because you said you would do it. I figured,
I
I'll
said
just-
I would
I'll-
do it, but
yeah,
then you were editing it.
Yeah, but you have the
If
ability.
you're editing
come to
it-
this.
But when I uploaded it, you had the ability to go because you were watching the podcast yourself, right? As you have made it clear within the multiple messages in the chat. So you also have the ability to do what you said to do in that episode, You can add timestamps.
Are
in
you
the
able to
description.
add the timestamps
In the
after
description.
the video is uploaded?
Yes, you can even do that.
Oh, in the
after.
description.
Yes, that's what.
No,
That's
the description. No, I was going to do actual work with my editing.
Oh, like
and,
actually-
put it in the video through that.
You don't have to do that because if you just put like the time in the video, it'll like mark it as well for you if you do it in description.
All right, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Excuse me for
back to the
just
question.
assuming. Jesus. All right.
What was you saying, Doc?
What was the question? Was there a question?
Yeah, the star character you think deserves a full Disney question.
Oh yeah.
Oh, right. I was.
Yeah, we went on a huge
I was-
tangent today.
Yeah. I was.
It started
going
with one
to
word
say-
too.
Yeah, I was going to say it was probably gonna be
Oh man.
Thrawn. Thrawn is one of the people that first comes to
Thrawn
mind.
would
It'd
be
super
good
cool.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thrawn would be great
Yeah.
to see. I would still probably pick Boba over Thrawn though.
Yeah.
There's somebody else I had in mind that I was thinking of. I don't know. Thrawn. I think it'd be cool to see him in the unknown regions after Rebels, like seeing him like completely conquer what the known galaxy of whatever he has, because he has the full capability to do that. That'd be
Yeah.
amazing to see.
Yeah.
That really would be
And they'd-
something.
Yeah, they'd have so much freedom there too. That'd be
Yeah,
It's
awesome.
like an
So
untouched
it's-
part of
Could
like
even make
Star
like
Wars, really.
Legends connections as well.
Yeah.
Like they could
Be
even
crazy.
bring the Rakatan Empire.
Yeah.
to,
The Yusang Bong, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or even just introduce like new stuff entirely.
Yeah.
Crap.
But I would say Thrawn. Yeah, Thrawn's probably my number one now. Actually, I changed my mind. But I have to give a shout out to probably either Kira or Zori Bliss because the sequel trilogy didn't do much that interested me. But I really wish we could have seen more of her. Like she seemed really interesting, and we didn't really get anything. It kind of seems like Disney's just kind of ignoring all of that now. Like it's like a bad
Yeah.
dream or something. But
I feel
that
bad
really
that
sucks.
people do like it though, because I mean they're not getting anything from it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like I was interested. That's like everything that I'm interested in. They don't expand upon.
Yeah, like they could
Really
even
sad.
release the Zori Bliss book coming out. Zori book. I'd read that.
Yeah. I'm interested. Her history with Poe. That'd be super cool to expand upon.
Yeah.
Anyone
I
else?
think a character for me, I mean, it's mainly due to the fact that there's not much actually known about him and like his adventures. But I know I was just thinking about the other day when I was playing Fallen Order, and I was like, it'd be really cool to see like what Enoch Cordo actually discovered in his time. Because like he was like obsessed with like ancient like religions and stuff like that. Like imagine seeing that in like a show, like him going around with his Padawan and finding these ancient tombs, like Sith temples and stuff like that. That'd just be really cool.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
I think it's more because of the fact that we don't really know much about him, and some of the other characters I would want. I mean, we already have, I'd say, suffice content for them, so I don't really need anything more. even though it would be nice.
Yeah.
How about you, Bryce?
Bryce, yeah.
I don't think this really would work well for a show. I think it would probably work better for a comic book. But like seeing what Luke and Lando were up to, like, you know, how they got, you know, did travels and stuff like that, or just even seeing what Luke did more after Return of the Jedi, seeing how he built the Jedi Order and stuff like that, and, you know, working his way up and, like, you know, learning to teach, being, you know, that's like, you know, one of his, like, he didn't really even have much training, and like how his, you know, how his character will work in that sort of environment could be really, really interesting, you know, being like considered like pretty much the last Jedi, and, you know, within this, you know, like galaxy, and like being the father of Darth Vader as well. Like, how would that work? How can that really affect, you know, how people perceive you and all that stuff, you know, his, you know, power and status, and I guess you can say, yeah, that can be stuff that, you know, that's just stuff I guess I would be really interested to be delved into. I don't know how, like, you know, it would be done maybe through a comic book or TV show. It wouldn't really mind, but that's just something I would like to see.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be cool, but I mean, like, I don't know, because, I don't want to go into it, but I feel they should have done that in the films.
Yeah, I mean, granted, yeah, but
And
yeah.
us knowing what happens, like, literally the whole temple is destroyed by Palpatine, kind of, you know, kind of put a dampener on things, like, oh, I mean, none of them are alive anymore, so it doesn't really matter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Guess so. I don't mean to just completely disregard that. I can see why you'd want that. Can't say
You would agree?
I'd pick it.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah, but Chris, what's something you would want out of a Boba Fett Disney Plus show? Like, we kind of went in depth of like things they could do with Thrawn, but what would your ideal Boba Fett Disney Plus show be?
Yeah, I've thought of this a lot. I was saying how they could go with it, and I say one good way they could do it is just taking place, you know, after Boba Fett came out of the Sarlacc, and him just, you know, being down and trying to reclaim his time. Because obviously, like, you get thrown into a Sarlacc randomly, you're gonna be a bit embarrassed. People are gonna not take you seriously. So it's going to like a series of him just kind of just reclaiming his honor.
Yeah, if they do anything,
Him going around
it's just really cool.
Zuko type
being
shit, yeah.
Exciting Legends, you kill like the two biggest bounty hunters, and I'm pretty sure like wore their heads on like his belt or something.
You see, something like that would be pretty sick.
I don't think they're going like that far, but something.
Oh
like
yeah, I
that
don't think
might
that.
be cool.
I got you.
Yeah, I think that'd be awesome to see. I think it especially would be cool to see like who he would go to after the events of Return of the Jedi, just because everyone, you know, that hired him is dead. So it'd be like completely starting over for him. Like,
Yeah. So a Boba Fett series would be so good for like just introducing new bounty
That's also
hunters and
why
also sticking
I
with
think
old ones.
He's definitely gonna
Seeing
be the
Dengar and
Mandalorian.
Bosk again.
Hmm.
God, he better be Mandalorian season 2, man.
Yeah. Like, I mean, that's like the.
Oh,
What do we know?
that's
Return of the
good.
Jedi. That kind of makes sense. I'm lagging.
yeah, we're having a little bit of connectivity issues.
Damn it, Xbox.
Yeah, it's kind of usually the
Yeah.
case when you live in different continents.
That is true.
Oh
my
my
goodness.
god, I just spawned.
Yeah, anyway,
Uh-oh.
like, well, I don't know if you're done with that question or not, but there was a second part to it.
Oh.
Oh,
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't say obviously, but I was leaving it till we finish. But what is a director or writer you most like to see? What kind of film or show? Star Wars.
I think this question could be taken in many ways. You could just be like, well, just what director do you like?
Yeah, Yeah, that's also true.
And you think, yeah. Like, I think Christopher Nolan will make a great Star Wars movie.
Yeah, I mean, he was
That's just because I like Christopher Nolan.
has spoken.
He's
to
not made
people
one bad
as
movie.
well and stuff.
Like he knows how to make like really
Yeah.
like
Yeah, that was a great interview.
modernizing like
Yeah.
stuff. Like look at his Dark Knight trilogy. That's pretty much
He does everything practical as
Yeah.
well, if he can.
yeah.
Like Tenet is like fully practical sets. There's no green screen at all.
Mhm.
Which is, I mean, it's not like it's like a big. Well, it is a big flex, I'd say, because I mean he's
It's
using
just
so
not
much
common.
CGI.
It's just not common, I would say.
No.
Just to see that because like
green screen.
most
that's
like
pretty
big
crazy.
big
Mhm.
big blockbuster films, they rely heavily on green screen stuff like that. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I would say that's actually really cool. Yeah, I'm looking at it. Has me a lot more interested in the film, a lot more than I already.
And
was.
he's just very creative in
Yeah,
the way
yeah,
he just
yeah,
approaches
like-
his different films.
yeah,
and
because,
like
like,
the cast as well.
He's like,
I think
yeah.
he'd bring in a great cast.
mhm.
Yeah. I'm going to personally have to pull an answer out of left field and say George Lucas. I think he'd be pretty cool at making a Star Wars TV show.
Oh yeah, that guy.
for-
Yeah, I heard about him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is
Can you
pretty
make
cool.
the one?
Oh, I
Star
thought
Wars
just
film?
movie, and I thought the question was movie.
Oh, was it movie?
it's
I thought we were
movie
talking
and
about the
show.
Disney Plus.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
Well,
okay.
it's a movie
Well.
or show. So yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't. You can work.
a
both
movie or
ways.
show. Wow.
It kind
Yeah, I
of
just heard
applies
movie.
to both.
I guess. I'd say just George Lucas in general, honestly. I want to see him return to Star Wars.
Was there
That
like
would be-
a new, different director you like?
A new, different director?
Yeah, that isn't. Also, it's like it's not Dave Filoni either.
I was gonna. Damn it.
Yeah.
Oh. That's
I mean,
not-
yeah, if I had to pick, I'd say Dave Filoni.
That just needs to
but,
be like the
I
most
still
like
think he
best
needs
option. Like
Some training.
Yeah.
some training.
I don't really know. I'm not.
Sorry. Some training.
Series.
Oh, I'm
It's like an
sad.
animation. Really, so it kind of needs to.
Yeah,
His
yeah,
craft.
yeah. His tone, like, yeah. Cause like, yeah, okay, yeah. I see that you mean from that. Yeah. Yeah, if he was like co-directing with someone, yeah, that would probably even work better than like Jon Favreau. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
could-
John
I
Favreau.
can't
would be
really-
good, too.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he did a pretty good job. I can't really say like I would look. There's not a director I'm specifically looking for whenever it's about Star Wars. Like, it's just somebody that I know can respect the source material,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
that's really all that I would care about. So it's hard to say who would do proper justice or not. Not
Kinda
J.J.
looked at
Abrams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the last guy I'd pick to choose it, like, do any movie, let alone Star Wars.
No, Michael Bay would be last, and then
I don't
J.J.
know, at
Abrams.
least it looks cool.
I think you could think of worse people.
Yeah, no. Like,
I guess,
These
but I mean,
systems
like,
look
in
cool.
Michael
terms
Bay
of the
is
way
just very-
remakes and reimaginings have gone,
Yeah.
he's just.
yeah.
Like, have you seen what's the one with Ryan Rocking? What's his face? I can't think. Ryan Reynolds. That movie is just like, he just has so much creative freedom, and like it's just, oh my gosh, like it's just a perfect example of what happens if you let someone like the director have like full creative freedom, because it's just explosions. There's nothing. There's just no. Like it's just like, yeah, I can go into that, but yeah, that movie, Six Underground, is just a perfect example of what shallow character.
I'm pretty
writing
sure I've
is.
seen that. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
It's really shallow film. It's just explosions. It's all.
that was
that's
pretty
the-
bizarre.
That was just the marketing of it. Explosion. Yeah.
I think,
Yeah.
like, well, not like the two. Well, I think the most, like the one I like to see most would be like Peter Jackson, because
Mm.
I mean, not only did he do great on Lord of the Rings, and he actually not only read the books countless times, but he actually, you know, he likes and respects all the characters, and in ways enhanced it. and then also bring it to a different audience.
Mhm.
And he's already proven himself in like the fantasy genre, so I think that'd be kind of a no-brainer. But I mean, I think like someone else as well. I mean, I don't even know if he would do a good job for a Star Wars film. It's mainly because I just really like him as a director. But Quentin Tarantino, I just think he'd have a really interesting
That'd
take
be-
on it.
That
yeah,
that would be an interesting take, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how I would say interesting.
I mean, I think it'd be completely different. I don't know if it would be
I don't think
better
it'd be
or
allowed.
worse. I think he'd have to definitely tone some things down, but yeah, I think it'd be very cool.
I think I don't know if it's true or not, but I think they were talking about him making a Star Trek movie.
Yeah.
Not
and
really
then
familiar with his
just
films.
letting him do whatever he does.
Oh yeah, and then he I can't remember if he was
That'd be
let off or
something.
he just quit. And they're still using a script, I think. I don't know. I don't know if I'm just tired or I don't know if it's legal. I don't know how legal that is, but yeah, I guess.
I guess I have to answer now. I can't really say anything. Like, it's because like there's different things I expect from a Star Wars film. Because now since we're done with this the Skywalker saga, like you can really do so much now. Like that you can bring so many new things to the table now. You're not restricted to trying to tell this story, and it's like really, like a lot of the directors can have a lot more new opportunities now because they can bring in something like new to the table. Obviously, I really can't give you an answer because I feel like I'll honestly just watch any Star Wars film. Like that's just me. I kind of just enjoy what I can consume out of it. I enjoy anything Star Wars really. So like some way or another, even though I may clown on a film or something like that, I can still find some enjoyment out of it. That's just me. I'm a casual fan like that, it seems. No one like that.
Yeah,
Well-
see, I mean, I can't say the same.
Yeah, no, I respect
guess
that. Yeah, I respect
just
that.
love it that much.
Yeah, no,
I can't
I respect that. You know, I
just
just
accept
Yeah, no, like
things
for
they
me,
do.
like that just isn't. I don't perceive Star Wars the way you do. Like, and then because like I don't know, I never watched the movies like that. I never played the games like that. I didn't even find Darth Vader intimidating until Star Wars Rebels. Like it's, yeah, like yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if that should have been said or not.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna have to cut that out. Do I leave that in? I don't know.
I don't know. That was about to come out right now.
Roberto, you making me about this, man. This is me
I
material
mean,
right here.
in obviously a respectful way, do you wanna go into as to why you think that?
What, that Darth Vader was intimidating?
Just I'd like to understand.
I
Why
no, like I mean
you-
I found him as a good, like he's a good antagonist. Like I like his story, of course. Like I just never saw him as like, oh, scary. Like I was like more interested in him. Like I don't know. Like I mainly watched those movies when I was a kid. Like I was kind of a stupid kid, if I'm being real. And I just didn't really watch. I didn't really watch Star Wars like that. I watched them when I was a kid, like when I was 7, and then I didn't really watch them much until Force Awakens came out, in all fairness. And then, yeah, that's really it. Like thinking back at it, like I can
Alright.
see. Yeah, that's it. Actually, no, I'll stop there.
I guess,
We
yeah,
are
you could say The Force
accepting-
Awakens did what it was supposed to do.
From a
People of Star
marketing
Wars.
standpoint,
I don't think that's the way you
Well,
go about it, personally.
from a marketing standpoint, sure.
Mm.
Yeah.
Anyways, we are now accepting new resumes to be part of a open slot that just opened up on the Couch of Serenno podcast. You can find us on Twitter or at couchsereno@gmail.com.
Pays really well.
I didn't even realize you guys
Oh,
were
yeah.
paid.
It's so good, I'm now unemployed. It's really, I'd recommend it.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe I might go into depth my perception of Star Wars, because I'm actually kind of curious how that discussion will go, like a video or something like that. Just for the hell of it.
Into what discussion?
Into like into depth about Star Wars, because I feel like as a whole, because I have a lot of things to say about Star Wars as a whole right now. Actually, it's really.
Yeah.
Go ahead, I mean.
No.
Alright, yeah.
We have questions. And I need content for my channel.
Yeah,
so-
I mean, I don't personally have any more questions.
I need content for the channel. I'm
That
kinda
sounds
running dry.
coincidental, but I mean, I don't.
And business is business. That's what I'm gonna say. My channel with over 100 subscribers, the podcast did like better than like literally the past 3 videos of mine that came out within a year. So that needs to be a sign I need to step up my game, if anything. But no, serious. No, I'll probably just make I don't know, maybe a thread on Twitter. I don't know. We'll see if it's worth even discussing. But yeah, like there's a lot of shit I want to say, but I just don't want to say because I'm
But you
trying
could
to,
just say it now.
no, I'm trying to keep my application.
Well, I mean,
I'm trying to keep my application here. You know.
I mean,
No, seriously, I kind of just want to move on though. It's not worth discussing here. I'm too tired to actually be able to convey my thoughts in a way that actually makes sense, so that no one gets mad and I misinterpret something you say, or
Alright.
vice versa. So
well, we know what next episode will be about. I'm just kidding.
Mm.
Alright, fair enough. So you're out of questions, Bazinga?
Yeah.
Alright, well done. Most questions that I have aren't really Star Wars related now. It's just more of get to know you questions. I mean, I have a few more I guess I could come up
that's
with.
alright.
Alright, what's your guys' favorite superhero?
okay.
Should we do like a DC and Marvel one, or?
I guess
Yeah,
that works.
That works. Yeah. Oh my
Alright, I'll
god.
say DC or Marvel, and then answer your favorite from both.
Alright. What are my favorite heroes from Image Comics?
What?
It's not, but I'm saying theoretically.
Then then you just go with all three. Alright.
Alright, so I think I'll go first. For DC, it's kind of hard choosing.
Yeah.
Really is. I like so many DC heroes, but I'd say it's probably going to be Batman.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
I mean, what can be said about Batman that hasn't been said already? He's
Yeah.
truly a great superhero. Yeah, it's pretty safe to call him a superhero, even though he doesn't have any powers, which just adds to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shows you
For
all
sure.
the crazy stuff he's pulled off in the
Yeah.
comics, great movies he's had.
Mhm.
It's just such a good hero. And for Marvel, it is Spider-Man. But if you asked me this question like 5 months ago, I probably would have said Iron Man. But after playing the Spider-Man game, man, whew,
I'm telling you, man. Like,
it, re- it,
yeah,
it really reminded me how good Spider-Man was.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty safe to say Spider-Man is my favorite Marvel superhero.
Alright.
And when it comes to between the two, which one I like more, right? I'd have to go with Batman. You know, I'm a DC Comics guy at heart, and I can't just
Me too.
deny that.
Alright.
All right.
Dark Hugo. Actually, I need to think
Yeah,
more.
Bryce.
No, I need to think more. Dark
Um,
Hugo.
I'm not entirely decided myself, to be honest. But
It's really hard. It's really hard.
yeah, it
I
is.
mean, between
I'd
Superman and
say-
Batman, it took me it's kind of hard to choose.
Yeah, I would
That's just for
say.
me personally.
Do you think anti-heroes would count?
Sure.
Yeah.
You're free. It's your podcast.
I don't know.
Yes. Depends what it is, really.
I guess.
Our podcast.
Yeah. You got me.
All right. Well, for Marvel, I would have to say my favorite superhero would be Star-Lord. I love Chris Pratt. I just love his character. I think it brought something amazing
That's respectful.
to the table. I love the Guardians of the Galaxy movie. It's probably one of my favorite MCU movies. I mean, none of them really completely blow me away anymore, but
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Guardians of the Galaxy is definitely up there. Yeah, Star-Lord. I love Chris Pratt. He has such a unique personality and humor compared to all the other Marvel heroes. And I love the whole space element. Like, he's basically like Marvel's Star Wars. Well, I mean, you know what I mean.
Yeah, no.
It's as close to as you can get. Yeah, and just the themes of the movies too. I just think he's super cool. For DC, I would say probably my favorite DC character is Red Hood, Jason Todd. I love his entire Under the Red Hood arc. That's probably the main reason why he's my favorite. It's just because that arc is so good. Did you hear that line?
Yeah.
But favorite superhero, I'd probably have to go with Wally West, Flash. He's just so iconic and so cool. I love his from the Justice League TV show, what he brings to the table, and how big of a deal he was in the comics himself. Batman, super close second. I think I just love his wit and stuff more, though. Between Marvel and DC, I would have to say DC. I just think all of their characters are way more interesting when it down to Injustice, to the more realism. I mean, I don't like the super cringy stuff that they put out a lot, or that they're starting to put a lot of stuff out. You know what I mean? Like how it's unnecessarily dark just to try to sell just to almost be like, oh, we're darker than Marvel, but
Just like Apocalypse.
yeah. But no, in general, DC comics, definitely DC. I love them both, though. I really do. Yeah, that's about all I have to say about that.
In terms of DC, I will definitely say Batman, and his let me just say this. I think DC has better games than Marvel. It's kind of a no-brainer at this point that that's the case. The Arkham games are really great, you know.
Yeah, they definitely have more notable stuff.
Yeah, and then I feel like recent years. I would not have said this recent years, but I feel like Batman is a perfect example of taking some sort of bad tragic event and using that for something very positive. Because the reason why Batman does what he does it, so to protect people, because he doesn't want people to feel and suffer for the same thing that he does. And it's through that gunshot, that alleyway with Joe Chill and everything, that is what I'm gonna go in a whole tangent here, so be ready. But it's just because of that just pretty much defines him. Not is because he sees good in the people. Maybe he should kill the Joker, but he's just such a great symbol of good in such a unique way that compared to other superheroes, that I really love that, and it's something that I can resonate with. It's something that I try to do on a daily basis myself. And that is one of the reasons why I love and appreciate Batman. Of course, his wit and just how the animated series just does him so well. I will God, I want to watch that show soon. Dark, we need to get on that, man. But
yeah,
yeah, it's just
Batman has the best villains.
He does. He has the best rogue
That's
gallery.
also true.
That's pretty safe to say.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say Spider-Man's a pretty close second.
Yeah, no, I can.
Yeah.
agree with that.
Yeah, for sure.
But in terms of favorite superhero, I would in Marvel. I really can't say. I haven't read enough of their comics. I'm not. I don't want to base it off.
You can go from what you know them from.
I don't want to go off the MCU because like the MCU is kind of weird with how they do the characters. Because I probably would have even said Thor at a point, but then they made him like a fucking goofball. And then like I understand why, but it's just I don't know. Like I understand why they made him a goofball, but that's not how he is in the comics. They did that just to make it like think about it this way, right? Like media representation kind of influences a lot of perceptions on characters. Like let's say, like how like you with Star-Lord. Would you have said Star-Lord was your favorite character, Dark, if it wasn't for the movies Guardians of the Galaxy?
Probably not, just because I don't know enough about him.
Yeah,
I mean, but because of the movie, I did look into more of him though, and I can say that now. But and not just because of the MCU, but yeah, that's definitely what got me interested in him in the first place.
I want to be able to like say I don't want to say anything based off MCU because like I don't know enough. I feel like I don't know enough. Like I can't say that will.
So his favorite is Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man.
Who? Wait, me? Are you saying me?
Yours, yes, because it's not in the MCU, and you don't know enough about the comics.
Actually,
so
no, maybe-
I hereby
Actually,
dub
no. Actually, no. I want to change my answer. Josh Keaton Spider-Man. Fight. Josh Keaton Spider-Man. We can all agree is the best interpretation of anything, at least in recent years. Maybe Toby a close second, but Josh Keaton Spider-Man and Spectacular Spider-Man, good shit, good stuff, man.
Yeah, that is good stuff.
There you go. Thank you for making me answer that question.
Kind of hard to say best though.
Like you're how are you gonna compare this? Because if we can start a whole argument here.
Let me just say, like they all have their different quirks, but
like I feel like
I say that for me, it would be a tie between Josh Keaton, Tobey Maguire, and the PS4 Spider-Man.
Yeah, like you see, PS4 Spider-Man brings a lot to it, and that's because it has a whole game. And then Josh Keaton has a lot because it's a whole game. I wouldn't. Yeah, I don't want to like. Okay, I respect that opinion. Yeah, that's really hard. That's really hard to really say. Because like you said, they all bring something new. They all bring something, and either a lot of something or something new. That just really makes it difficult to say. Yeah. Yeah. No. Bazinga. Wait, did Bazinga answer?
No.
Yeah, no.
Well, a bit
It's
of a
gonna
tangent there.
it's like
sorry.
a broken record there. There's not really gonna be much change in the choices, but I guess it's kind of for different reasons. So like, I mean, obviously, I'll start with Marvel first because we start with DC first. So.
Trying to be unique. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was just like, when I was younger, I read the occasional comic. I wasn't like too invested in Marvel or DC comics when I was that young. I mainly just watched like the TV shows, like the 90s Spider-Man show, whenever I was able to watch that. I'm obviously not
right.
but like, and also Spectacular Spider-Man, that was also really good. I think those two and the PS4 Spider-Man are like some of the best interpretations of Spider-Man I've seen. I mean, I know granted I've not read all the comics, but I mean, I don't think any of the movies do them the right justice. I mean, it could be a hot take, but I mean, that's just how I really feel about it.
I respect that.
And kind of the same with Batman too. Like, I mean, I really loved Batman Brave and the Bold, even though it wasn't. I mean, yeah, it wasn't great. But I mean, I guess it's just a really fun show to watch. And I remember watching this other one, but I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, I kind of forgot what it's called.
Is it called The Batman?
But I think.
Yeah, that's actually a
I
pretty
can't-
good show.
I
It's
can't-
actually it's a really underrated show.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not a show that a lot of people talk about.
Yeah. Also, yeah, just. Also, I love Nolan trilogy and even the Michael Keaton Batman as well. It's kind of hard to do Batman wrong. You just gotta be kind of really out of the loop and not an overall great writer. Try and
Oh shit.
do him dirty.
Oh
'Cause
shit.
I don't think I really ever see a. Actually, I take that back. Zack Snyder, yeah, he doesn't know what he's doing. Like, he just makes Batman a mercenary, and that's just. When I get like some people say like, oh, it shouldn't be, exactly how the comics are. And I mean, I agree with that to an extent, but when it's the very core of his character, I think
Yeah.
that's where you're going wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
And his reasoning behind
Okay,
it is
so
also stupid.
let's-
Yeah, but no, yeah, let's continue.
I don't mean to alarm anyone, but I'm not in the game.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Kick for being idle. Do something real quick. So just
Oh,
cut this
yeah.
entire thing off.
A bit more. 10
Yeah,
minutes
I was
That's
told
extra
to do
editing.
something in all fairness. Yeah.
You're fine. You're fine.
Can't really control
Okay.
it.
Are you guys? Is everyone ready?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Yes, sir. All right. Sorry about that. We had a few technical difficulties.
Game's being
Um,
dumb.
The usual.
Yes, but we are back. Meme that, Roberto. Okay. Anyways.
Just say Roboto
I had
meme
a
that every
couple
time
more-
to say something funny. Yeah, nice.
Yes, meme that. That should be a meme. Just saying meme that.
Yeah. Or just meme every word that we say and just put it into a meme format. That'd be pretty cool.
I want that to be
Cool,
wholesome.
actually. I gotta say, it was actually really nice waking up at 6 a.m. to see
Yeah.
memes of me.
Yeah, I
That
like
was-
I had like
that
12
was really
Yeah,
nice.
I mean, I set
notifications
to dark.
and just like seeing like likes
Like I
and stuff.
thought I
Like,
just got cancelled to something I said on an alternate account. And then there was just this being made about me. And I was like, oh, damn, that's not good.
That's funny.
So the same would happen.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I had a couple more questions. It looks like, what is your favorite Star Wars TV show? It's pretty. I mean, I'm worried that
There's
this
like
is only gonna
three.
be like a one answer.
yeah, it's not
4
really-
if you
Yeah.
consider Resistance.
No,
No.
no,
5 if you
Uh,
consider the original Clone Wars show.
I do. Then there's 5 options. There you go.
Well, okay. I'll start
Three of
this
them are,
off
like,
with
valid
the
options.
Clone Wars. I love the Clone Wars. I rewatch it every now and then, just when I have the time. I'm probably gonna rewatch it again. In fact, after this podcast, might watch the first episode again. See what happens.
Oh,
Yeah, so that's fine. Obviously, fantastic show. Done really well. It has a lot of justice for so many characters. Has my boy Boba in it. So. Voiced by Daniel Logan as well. So
I didn't
that's
realize
pretty
that.
good.
That's
Yeah.
pretty good. It's pretty impressive. I didn't realize that was the case.
Alright, so that's my answer.
All right. It's a pretty good answer, to be honest. You know what? Because I'm pretty sure everyone's probably gonna say the 2007 Clone Wars. How about we try to rank them? Is everyone all right with that?
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Alright, are we all gonna do like
Alright.
a uniform ranking? I feel like
A
that's what we go
uniform?
for. Like,
Like,
we're all gonna just, to the best of our ability, combine our lists. That's what I'm saying.
Combine. I guess.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm sure mine would be a little personally different. But like,
probably.
ah,
I personally, I've never seen it. I've never seen the old Clone Wars show.
Really?
what?
Even I've seen
Yeah,
that.
it's all on
I'm
YouTube.
That says a lot.
I can see it, but I haven't.
You know what? Well, yeah, you should watch that as well as
You know what? I might get on that.
Resnick.
Again, it's all, I wonder if
Yeah.
it still is
Some
all
real
on
good stuff.
YouTube. I'm not
It
sure.
has to be. Like it's like yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'll probably give it a watch pretty soon. So
I watched the
I mean, I know
Grievous
there are
and,
some great moments in it. Like I've seen all the Grievous stuff, and all that's great.
What about
the
Fordo?
fights
Fordo's
are
pretty
just
great.
incredible.
Yeah, I haven't seen much of
Everything-
Fordo.
everything with-
I've
everyone
seen
with
him in
Fordo and the
a little bit of
Mules.
stuff, but yeah,
Oh,
Fordo does some pretty cool.
so cool. It's so cool. Yeah. And then seeing the actual ground battle of Coruscant too, that was great.
That is
I actually
interesting,
have.
because I feel like 2003 Clone Wars is obviously more consistent. There is like obviously a lot less episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel like every episode does matter. So
Yeah, yeah.
there's also that.
Yeah, no, that's what makes a really good show. I feel like shows that matter, episodes that matter. Excuse me. But how are we gonna start this ranking?
I can start with my personal ranking. I think I pretty much got it down. I would have to say, obviously, number one is the 2007 Clone Wars. I think it was just it just did the best at world building and like making the era, giving the era so much more depth than the movies.
Yeah.
Even though, yeah, and it just did such a good job of that. I mean, the original one did too. What year was it? I keep
2003.
I think it's 2003.
Yeah.
2003. Yeah, 2003.
Yeah.
2003. I would probably say, yeah, I'd probably after that. I mean that one did a great job too. But since it's so short, I'd probably have to say my my second favorite Star Wars TV show right now is The Mandalorian. I mean, it's about
Yeah, I know.
Mandalorians. It's kind of hard not for that not to be great. Especially directed by Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau. I'm super excited for. We should be getting the
New
the
trailer.
second
Yeah.
second
Trailer, yeah,
this
I
month.
know.
And season.
Maybe see some Ahsoka. That would be very cool.
Yeah.
Boba Fett. That's what I'm really hoping
But
for.
yeah, all of that was great. Basically, space. Well, I wouldn't say space Batman, but like with the gadgets and everything and the way he fights, it was all great to watch.
Yeah, I love how
Uh,
Western the show feels too with the intro song and everything. It's all really good.
Yeah. Yeah, it
And
is.
just seeing, I
remember
really like his shooting style. Sorry for cutting you off there. It's just
No,
like
it's
just
alright.
seeing, it's just a little stuff where like he doesn't care that he gets hit because he knows how good his armor is. Seeing that, it just looks so cool. When you see he gets shot, but he doesn't care just because he could tank it and nothing will happen, and he knows that. It's so cool to see visually, and it makes for some really interesting gunfights.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I remember. I love the concept art. Just seeing the concept art and all of it too. Like, it's just all the little things worked out so well. Even like exploring more of the underground. Like it made it feel more gritty. It made it feel more alive. It was honestly everything that I was wanting. Even like I saw people complaining about like how they were gonna make him a good guy, and it's like really. Who cares? Like, it's a Mandalorian. Like, of course his honor's gonna be there. He's not gonna be like stone cold like Boba or something. But it was still new. It was still good, and like bringing more into the lore and everything. Anyways, third, I would probably say the 2003 Clone Wars. I love everything that happened in it, all of it, every single arc, fantastic. Watching Anakin and Asajj battle on Yavin. And like I said, how I was talking earlier about how the contrast between Ventress and Anakin, and watching Dooku train Grievous, Anakin getting knighted, Ilum, watching them make their planets watching them find their lightsaber crystal and all that on Ilum. It's just such a good show. The Munilist 10, I still have action figures I have on my desk from the Munilist 10. Anyways, fourth, Rebels. Fifth, Resistance, that I have not seen. I'm probably not going to. Am I forgetting anything? That's all five?
I think so.
Yeah.
Count Forces of Destiny, is that its own show?
I didn't even... No. Okay, so that's my personal ranking.
What about like the Star
yeah.
Wars Kids stuff? What is it called? The Galaxy of Adventures?
That
That'd
doesn't
be
count.
show.
I think it's. I
There's
love
pretty
that.
cool shorts.
Yeah, that's really cool.
It's pretty cool animations and stuff, but
Yeah.
it's not like a new story.
It's
or-
definitely
Yeah.
it's not
very-
bringing
yeah,
the
it's-
whole-
It's more like
yeah,
recapping
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I appreciate what it's
Yeah.
doing. I really do. I like it. Like,
Yeah,
especially
some
the
cool, the
prequel
Boba Fett
fights.
stuff's really good.
Yeah, no. Of course you said
Yeah, the
Boba
prequel
Fett's-
fights are also really good. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
They don't even show him going
Yeah.
into the Sarlacc pit in that scene in episode 6. They just show him flying away.
They want
Uh,
something.
Alright, yeah.
Yeah.
If we're
for-
ranking, I would say
Go on.
obviously Clone Wars first. Really,
Yeah.
it's second place that I'm having a hard time choosing. Like, I really like Rebels, but then Mandalorian's really good too. If I
Yeah.
had to choose between the two, I would probably say Rebels.
For second place.
Rebels would probably be my second favorite. I really
Yeah.
like Rebels.
It's respectable, yeah.
Yeah, it's a really good continuation of the Clone Wars, and reintroduces Thrawn. I'm really disappointed. Like they could have used Boba. I should probably just stop talking about Boba. Sorry, it's just.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
they could
They
have used
really
Dex as
could've.
well, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, unironically. Because...
They do a lot of stuff unironically.
Yeah.
Legends.
But I really do appreciate Rebels for what it is and what it does, and obviously I really like all the characters too. I really like Ezra, Kanan,
Yeah.
Hera, Sabine.
Blazer gets too much
They're all
hate.
good, yeah. Yeah,
I'm gonna-
Sabine's
He's still really
good.
young, so...
Agent Callus is one of my favorites of the show as well.
Oh yeah, he's super
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
I
like,
really
yeah.
him.
He's really cool.
The show really does him justice.
I liked Rebels.
Yeah.
I really did. It's not my favorite because it just has too many, like, even Clone Wars had a lot of filler, obviously, but like
Had a lot.
Rebels, like, there's only like a few, like there's select episodes that I'll go back and rewatch. You know what I mean? Like I can go back.
Yeah,
and
that's
watch
fair.
any of the
I would
Clone
say
Wars.
it's
Or the
nowhere
Mandalorian.
near as rewatchable as Clone Wars.
Yeah, I love all the Force stuff they did with it. All the concepts in it, like World Between Worlds,
Yeah,
like
that
all that
really
is
Yeah.
one of the main
appealed to
things.
me.
Time travel, all that
yeah,
stuff. It's the first
I-
time time
I
travel's
love-
been introduced in Star Wars, to my knowledge.
Yeah, I think so. But all of that. Well, no, there's actually a story of a Sith. I don't remember the name, but his like hyperdrive malfunctioned when he was going in.
Oh yeah, I do remember.
Yeah,
I remember that. Yeah. That's really something.
That is...
Travel for like
that's
what,
certainly
4,000,
something.
5,000 years. Crazy. But yeah,
So either way, my third would be Mandalorian, of course. Great show. A lot of
It
great
is.
characters as well. My next would be I've never seen the 2003 Clone Wars, so I don't really know. I have seen Resistance.
dude, it deserves over Resistance. Like
Yeah.
just from name alone.
Yeah, okay, of the little that
Uh,
I've seen, I like it
I
more
mean-
than Resistance.
I mean, how can you not like the Grievous stuff? How can you not?
Yeah, the Grievous stuff was great. All of it was just gold.
Yeah.
Man, that was good stuff. Just seeing Jedi just terrified of him fight Shakti,
As they should be.
and that's the Grievous we deserve.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
That's true.
Yeah, so I guess my ranking is pretty close to yours, except I put Rebels above Mandalorian.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, no. I had my Rebels was 4th. That's pretty different. Just saying.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
that's-
Bryce, sorry.
Alright, I was gonna say
Yeah.
them all now, and I'll explain them. First is Clone Wars. Second is Mandalorian, and then third would be 2003, and then fourth would be Rebels. And
So
I'll-
mine.
yes,
Sounds familiar.
yeah, no, I have a different reason for Rebels. I think.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Because hold on, fine, Dooku. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna run away so I can talk. What I was gonna say for Clone Wars, like I like especially like Kenobi's arc. Like I really had like a lot more newfound respect because like for a lot, not just Kenobi, but like all the characters, like just what they do with the characters. Like you said, they do them like a lot of justice, and like like even Jar Jar even had some newfound respect for him, which I never knew was possible when I was going into that arc with arcs with him, and yeah, no, it's just like it's world building. What the fuck? I can't English, and all that stuff. Just it just has everything I want from Star Wars really, and it does that really well, and what it's trying to do and what it's given, and expands upon everything that the prequels set out to do, and do a lot more. And I really appreciate that, really do. And it's especially in a show that was like quote unquote made for kids. Like that's something we should like really try to strive for. Like the level of quality that they were going for, especially in the later seasons. Like that's something I would want from like a lot of modern kid shows these days. For second, I said Mandalorian. Yeah, Mandalorian is just it's yeah. Like I can't really, I don't know what else there is really to say that hasn't been said. It's just, yeah, I like it a lot. Like it's basically, yeah, a very Western theme, and you know, like I like the elements, like I said last episode with IG-88 and all that stuff, and I like, you know, how it goes into the
IG-11.
IG-11. Fuck, I'm tired, man. I need a nap later again. Just a 7-hour nap. Basically, it's just like it's like what I wanted from as a whole from like the Disney Star Wars trilogy, and it's just, you know, something new really, and it does it really well. And I'll just leave it at that. You guys pretty much said what needed to be said earlier.
Anakin.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
too.
no problem, man.
Then there's, I said, the Clone Wars 2003. Yeah, no, Clone Wars 2003, it works. You know, it's like you said, like Bazinga said, like every episode matters, which is what I like about like a lot of TV shows that I watch, and what I praise for a lot of TV shows for that I think are really great. Is that every episode matters. There's like no essential filler. Everything serves like a purpose for like the story one way or another. Like that Ahsoka, Anakin and Ventress fight was just so sick. I guess I even watch that sometimes. Like if I see it on recommends, like damn, I want to watch that fight again. That's such a sick fight. That's such a really brutal fight. I really enjoy that fight a lot, and just like it's so good. Like I can't really explain it anymore than you guys already have. You guys kind of took away most of my points, but yeah, no, that show is really good. Yeah, there's nothing I really can even change about that show as a whole, really. It's just that, I mean, maybe the animation style outdated, maybe the fights are a bit over top for my taste, but other than that, it's just, yeah, it's really good. But then Rebels, conceptually, I like the characters. They you know, conceptually, I like the ideas of them, especially Kanan. But I feel as though they are blocked in the way for the type of show it wants to be, because we get, you know, these characters coming back like Darth Maul and, like, you know, the Twin Sons episode, but then it's kind of blocked by following Ezra and Chopper going through Tatooine, which, like, I mean, was that really necessary? Like, we could have delved more into like these characters' philosophies a bit more. Granted, what we got in the end product was really good, but it's just like it just does this so much throughout its episodes, where it just has one character arc being overthrown by another character, and it don't bring anything to it, and it's just like it just kind of ruins the characters. Like, I feel like the character potential just has not been tapped well enough, and I just feel like it's also annoying because like one show had to die just for that show to be made, which I wish, you know, could have been better. I really wish that show could have been better. Like, it has, like I said, very interesting ideas, interesting concepts. Like, you know, when it ended, that's actually when it was interesting too. And yeah, no, that's really it. Like, it doesn't do much for me other than that. Hopefully I made my point clear.
Yeah, that was very good. Like, deep dive.
Yeah. Wanted to differentiate myself a bit.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna go on a tangent here. Those with good reasons. Like you, I'm gonna say it all first, and I'll just explain why. So, first, obviously, Clone Wars 2008. I mean, yeah, you know, get into that. Second, I'd say Rebels. Third, 2003 Clone Wars. Fourth, The Mandalorian. Fifth, Star Wars Resistance. See, The Mandalorian, another Mandalorian. Clone Wars.
Yeah, Clone Wars.
I used to watch that a lot. Like, I used to just rewatch seasons just over and over again, just waiting for the next season to come out. And, I mean, yeah, there's not much to say that hasn't already been said by, not just by us, but by, like, other people. But it not only, like, did what 2003 Clone Wars couldn't, as like it was
Very true. Yeah.
like limited in some ways, but it really introduced new characters and concepts I didn't know I would like. But after watching it, I was more than okay with it. And it really is some of the best Star Wars, but that's not to overlook how much filler there is. There's a lot of it, and I feel, I mean, the show isn't overrated, like, it's not, but it shouldn't be well, I guess by saying it shouldn't be on a high pedestal, it's also saying it is overrated, but it's not like every episode matters like the 2003 does. And you see, Rebels, like, even the few filler episodes it does have, like, that focus is more on actual character development than whatever the Clone Wars tries to do. Because I don't know what the aim is there. I literally don't know what's going on. But yeah, even like the filler episodes, it does seem like it is only a filler episode, but I mean, it does kind of actually either bring a new character in or somehow pushes the story forward, or just makes a character either better or like learn a lesson in a way. Which, I mean, if an episode does that, I mean, I'd consider that a good episode. And third, I mean, yeah, 2003 Clone Wars, one of the best fights in Star Wars is the Sarge Venture
that's the shit.
Anakin.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, some parts of it is dumb, like
Yeah.
how, like, their lightsabers are on in the rain, and then, like, they have, like, steam coming up with their lightsabers. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. But it looked really
Pretty
cool.
Yeah, it
It
does.
looked really cool. So, I mean, I don't care.
It's also one of the clips I
Sick.
saw of the Clone Wars.
Yeah. Like, it made no sense at all. I just loved how it looked. It just looked really cool. And then, yeah, it wasn't even just like a normal fight. Like, they were like swinging on vines,
Yeah.
like
Like,
Revenge of the Sith-esque, where like Obi-Wan and Anakin are swinging on those like rope things on Mustafar, and yeah, like, it's just a really unique fight. I mean, not just only that, but like the actual like fighting in, well, I say like the action in Clone Wars 2003 is just really satisfying just to watch. And I feel this show is obviously, it's not really dialogue orientated, it's more visual storytelling, and I feel it does that in a really good way. And yeah, like, even like Captain Ford, like, he doesn't have like crazy amount of lines, but I mean, as a kid, it stopped me of imagining all the like crazy like missions he had to go on, or same with like Dirge. But yeah, like the visual stuff that does happen is just incredible. I mean, there's like one episode, like, I'm pretty sure, I can't remember if it was like the final episode, that was kind of weird. But I mean, it's Star Wars, so I mean, you can't really always like it can't always be everything you want it to be. I mean, I know someone else would love that. I mean, it's not for me though. But... And then, well, actually, yeah, like, I feel 2003 Clone Wars is closer to the films than some parts of like 2008 Clone Wars, and that's kind of like why I like Crystal Crisis like the unfinished arc a lot is because that felt more akin to the movies and like the actual show. Like the show did obviously, it did feel like the film, so it wasn't fully there. Like you felt like there was something just not quite there, and I felt that really just sold it for me, that arc. So that's kind of why I hold it in such high regard. And then with the Mandalorian, I mean, it's good. I mean, like, I feel it is overrated, but that doesn't mean I don't enjoy it or it's not good, because it is great. I mean, I know it is only one season, but I don't think it does anything near what the other shows do for me. Or, like, I've always wanted a show like this, and I'm sure it would definitely be high on my rankings after many seasons. Just currently as it stands, there's only one, and that one, it was compelling, but I mean, I just thought I need more. And with Resistance, I mean, I can't really judge it. I mean, like the actual story itself didn't really intrigue me. I don't really care for any of these characters. I watched like half of episode 1 and I just couldn't get through it, so I can't really judge it as a whole, but from what I saw, I don't think I was missing out. So, that's it really.
Alright.
Yeah, no, we're done. Okay, yeah, we were there for a
On a
minute.
tangent.
That was like a 2 whole games.
That's good, that's what we're here for. I guess. I mean, not specifically tangents, but discussions. Alright, that's really all of my questions I have here.
Thank you guys for listening to episode 2 of the Couch of Serenno podcast. If you have any questions, please leave them down below in the comments section. We're eager to hear what you guys think of it. All constructive criticism is always, asked for. We really appreciate it. And I think that's it.
Chris,
Alright. Thanks.
Yes.
where can they find us on Twitter?
Oh, you need only ask. If you want to follow the podcast on Twitter, at Couch of Serenno. It's good stuff.
Yeah, you should
Each
follow
of
that,
our,
that's pretty
I guess if you, we'll have everything down in the description if you guys want to look further into it. And I think that's it, right? Did I get everything?
No, that's not it.
That's
on
not
top
it,
of that, no, it's not. On top of that, check out Bryce's and I's. Bryce's and I's.
I just assumed we were gonna have everything on the description.
It is gonna be in the description, but on top of the Twitter, Bryce and I both have personal channels. If you guys could check that out, that'd be awesome. All right, now that's it.
Right.
Alright.
Okay, but
Alright.
I got an idea.
Should we have
so
a
if
different person
it's-
start it off?
Yes.
Alright, who wants to start it off? Screw it, I'll start it off.
All right.